Wow. I never thought I'd have to make a video like this. I have gotten myself into a bit of a pickle. Otherwise known as I am facing consequences for my actions, which is completely unfair in my opinion. Oh, the expert is here to weigh in. Hi! Hello! She's on my team, she's my lawyer. I really don't know how to say it, but Mommy's getting cyberbullied, kids. This whole thing started a few days ago when I had a dream that I thought was funny, and I thought it would be funny to make a TikTok talking about the events of that dream. For those of you who aren't on TikTok, first of all, good. Keep it that way. I'm now going to show you in full the TikTok that I made describing my dream that ruined my life. Here it is. I had a dream where, okay, remember a while ago when furries and people online started, like, objectifying Tony the Tiger? In my dream, that happened, except instead of Tony the Tiger, it was the Trix Rabbit. Like, this Trix Rabbit. But it wasn't even just the furries, like, everyone was in on it. The whole internet unanimously was so horny for the Trix Rabbit. They turned him into like a Tumblr sexy man. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing fan art of him. But the main demographic of people obsessed with this were moms. Like, moms would only buy their kids Trix because they were so horny for the rabbit. And they like had this catchphrase that they would like put on mugs or merch and stuff of like, Trix are for kids, but the rabbit is for mommy. Like, just gross. And the whole time Trix was just desperately tweeting out statements like, hey guys, we love that you love our mascot and our cereal, but remember to keep it appropriate online. And then the replies would just be flooded with porn and fan art of the sexy rabbit. The concept of this dream was so weird, but also so feasible that when I woke up, I genuinely didn't know if I had dreamed it or if it was real life. So anyway, if in the near future everyone starts getting horny for the Trix Rabbit, I just want to put it out there that I can see into the future. Just a goofy video, right? Just a silly, goofy video. A little bit wacky, a little bit zany. That was an actual dream I had, though. I didn't make that part up. For the first couple hours, everything was going fine. People were commenting, they found it funny. They thought it sounded so realistic that I must be a prophet or an oracle or something. Just jokes, right? Just jokes. Everything was just fine. Until it wasn't. Since that video blew up, I have not known a second of peace. Because since making that, I have been tagged in so much Trix Rabbit sexy fan art, cosplays, fanfiction, anything involving horniness and the Trix Rabbit, I have seen at this point. I spend every minute of the day quaking in fear because I know whenever my phone dings, it's gonna be someone else tagging me in Trix Rabbit porn. It's hard for me to fully, like, explain what this has done to my psyche for the past few days. Just, like, having my eyes held open Clockwork Orange style, just being fed silly rabbit porn, but I'll never be the same. I'm going to show you just a few examples, this isn't even all of them, of the stuff that I am being constantly tagged in, so you can just get a taste of what I've been going through.
I'm totally nude. I'm totally naked. I'm ready for you.
I made the fatal error. I realized all too late that my dream wasn't predicting the future for the world. It was predicting the future for myself. By speaking that dream into existence, I have sealed my fate. I am living in a prison of my own making. Since having that dream, the sexy Trix Rabbit has manifested physically in my home. He is my poltergeist. Wanna know what the worst of it is? This person is public enemy number one. So they're like a cosplayer. Literally their whole thing is cosplaying sexy food mascots. And they have now made multiple videos of the sexy Trix Rabbit, and I have been tagged in all of them dozens of times. But this person took it a step too far and they used my own voice in a thirst trap audio. Tricks are for kids, but the rabbit is for mommy. And then copyrighted music starts playing. You're posing to my prophecy? But here's where it gets weird, okay? If I'm not mistaken, they were posting the Trix Rabbit cosplay before I posted my video, and I hadn't seen this cosplay before I had my dream. So, like, is there something going on here? Probably the worst of it is the comments that I got of people saying like, oh, it's funny you mentioned that, the Trix Rabbit was my childhood crush, or I'm so glad I'm not the only one who finds him sexy. First of all, I don't find him sexy. I'm just the vessel for the message. I'm the victim here. And second of all, I hate that I've given these people the confidence to speak about that feeling. Now everybody's ganging up on me, commenting shit like, Well, what did you expect was gonna happen? It's the internet, Julia. What did you expect? I don't know. I don't know, okay? Maybe I'm just naive. Maybe I'm still a kid at heart, okay? Maybe I had higher expectations for people. I'm sorry I ever did. I'm sorry I ever did. Anyway, that's just a little life update. I have a regular scripted video that I'm working on. It'll be coming out next, just in time for Halloween. We're getting into spooky stuff. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on how my life is falling apart and how I am my own undoing. So I'll see you next time. Bye!
And I'm totally nude.
Since having that dream. Since having that dream. Since having that dream. The sexy tricks rap.